What's up, y'all? Remy TV, back again with another video, back again with another reaction, and today we're going to be reacting to Trevor Bauer. You remember Trevor Bauer, who used to play for the Dodgers? The Trevor Bauer that was one of the best of the best in the MLB, in the major leagues of baseball? Yeah, the one that had a woman come out and completely fabricated a story, got this guy kicked out of the MLB, talking about sexual harassment, sexual assault, whatever. She made it all up. Lindsey Hill is her name. She made it up, made this guy lose hundreds of millions of dollars. He had to go play in Japan. Now he's playing in Mexico because this lady decided to ruin this man's life over trying to extort him. Now, from what I hear, there's more women who tried to extort him. There's another lady who's been found guilty of extortion, right, of fraud, and it was like some insane number. She tried to get like $3 billion. What is up with these women? You're ruining, this man's career is ruined. He was one of the best. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. One of the best probably that the Dodgers have ever seen. Anyway, if this is the first time on the channel, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this crazy situation. Smash that like button as well. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Hit the button. Hit the button. We're going to be dropping more content. Also hit that notification bell. That way you know the next time we're dropping more content. Let's watch the video.
Woman who accused me of sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me. Imagine that. Now, let me catch up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsey Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money. Well, today, the only other one, Darcy Adana Esimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsey's were, so here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my 2021.
Hold on, let's read that. So that says, I'm not certain, but can I sleep over there later? I'm not certain if, but can I sleep there? It's peaceful for me. Okay. The other ones, I guess you smell cocky and confident with slight stubble. I did make that comment that your shoulders looked broad and are strong. My feminine lenses were on. Okay. Anyways, it sounds like she's coming on to him.
At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsey Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they inform Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. Of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police reports claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well. She made up bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made sexual assault claims against him too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate.
I can't stand women like that. Because what you're basically doing, you're messing it up, and you're going to make it harder for the women that actually go through things like that. Because you're trying to extort people, trying to get money. Like, what kind of person are you? What type of character do you have? You don't even have any character. You are a soulless human being, right? Conniving, evil, that you're willing to lie, willing to go to any extent to get money. That's what the Bible talks about when it says the love of money is the root of all evil. Like you'll do anything. Instead of getting it the right way, these women will go and try to extort men, try to ruin men's careers. They ruined this guy's career. MLB dropped him. They dropped him. He was about to get a contract that was going to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds. They still won't even touch him, even though he's innocent. He was innocent from the first one because they found evidence evidence on top of evidence on top of evidence that Lindsey Hill and her friends were basically trying to set him up to get a bag. Then you got this crazy lady who turns out that she's been trying to extort not just him, but other men. And I forgot that the number is ridiculous. I don't know if it's 30 million, 300 million, or 3 billion. Some crazy. Try to extort men for an insane amount of money. It's insane. Yo, I can't wait, man. I want her to go to jail for not 60, but I want her to go to jail for life. Because stuff like this, it needs to set a precedence saying that if you do this, if this is what you do, if you lie, if you try to ruin somebody's reputation by lying, because we're seeing this happen more and more, there needs to be that precedence to warn those crazy women out there that are thinking about doing this to the next successful man. Because they're not doing this to no broke people. They're doing this because he's got hundreds of millions of dollars. Or supposedly he was supposed to have hundreds of millions of dollars. He's still a rich guy. But they're not doing this to broke people. They're only doing it to the successful people. So fellas,